Wait, why is this crosshair like that, Haggy? Like the fucking cross?
I'm back.
It's a
Red,
bug.
bottom red. Let's do bottom red too.
That's a bug.
Yeah, happens sometimes.
Did Vitality dominate the finals?
Yeah, they ran them.
No, top. He's top blue,
They
top
lost
blue,
first
top
map
blue,
and
top
then
blue.
they later shut on them the next turn. Well,
not taking
the
the
Inferno was a
ball,
little bit
not
close,
taking
but...
One's right on me. He's right.
Back right. I swamp B cut. I'm gonna refinish
Back right. Be on me.
Netted bottom red. Bottom red. Top broken.
You faded right now?
I got one.
Pinching your building. Dead.
Nice.
You gotta get a cap here, come on.
I'm needing arch.
Take your time.
He needs couches.
Take your time.
Couches.
Couches heady to middle. Yeah, mid.
You gotta go front. I can't die.
Yo, I'm gonna wrap and kill this guy middle. Hang on a second. Give me time. Where's the middle? Give me info on him.
Yeah, we're back again.
One
right.
more left.
Yep.
Just right. Best.
Our priest is
Jake, we have one more.
Oh. Why is his teammates not baiting for him?
I don't know.
Like, he's the one that can't die.
Yeah, my computer crashed, by the way. My computer crashed. Every time I pull up,
Yes, sir.
every time I pull up COD Wiki, bro, my computer crashes. So I ain't never pulling that
Wait,
shit
why
up
does
no
the
more.
audio just cut out? Fuck.
Bro, they better win this shit. Oh my god, I need this shit to be
So you
over.
don't have to hear the.
Oh, like, yeah,
Up in
wait.
between.
All the kids that have, like, those sound settings, they always, like, mute their, like, the best play.
Play slow, okay? Listen, I'm a pinch deep left, boys.
Is this
I'm
kid
doing the
sounding?
fucking- I'm doing the one pinch tie. You know what I mean?
Nah, it sounds normal.
I know, it's just, like, going.
I think he went inner P2. Yeah, pinching P2. Done.
Nice. I'm pinching deep.
It's the pinch of the year.
Boys. One sec, boys. Literally 1 sec. Top blue dead.
He's right below you.
We cut.
And their side P1.
P1.
Dead. Nice. Good job. Hang on. He's P1 on me.
Oh,
I'm hitting out the right. Amy right.
I'm telling you, they're running out of gas, man. They're running out of gas.
I mean, bro, you're up 3-2. Like,
I have all the right now, okay?
we gotta find...
Bottom right. King about it.
We gotta dig deep.
Put it all out there.
Yep.
He has to win this, otherwise his fuck PR
gonna have
goes
to get
right
shot,
out the
though, I can't
window,
lie.
bro.
He cut.
One shot B cut.
I got one.
What happened?
Is game 7 S&D?
Yeah.
P1. He's P1.
My question is that, huh?
Hey bro, challenger rules? Who fucking knows what those guys are
I'm
doing?
watching B cut.
Laying on our right. Dead.
B cut.
Who has... They probably have house game. Actually, no, they came
Nice,
from
I'm
losers.
working. Top blue.
Wait, where does he live
I don't know.
right now?
He's in the States somewhere. I just don't know where.
It's close.
There's one backdoor, one shot.
I mean, Ernie, just think about this guy on Texas Fiber, bro.
Probably East Coast. If Brock's living at home, he's in Tennessee.
Oh god, losing a king of body is not good. Yeah, it's not
Oh
good.
my god, what if we just send that?
Bro.
On the ball. He's on the
Ernie,
ball.
he's
in the
doing
room,
this
in the
shit
room.
from Boston.
He's close right,
Boston.
Wait for me, Carson.
He's in Doug's basement right
What
now.
are you expecting a fucking secret agent right now?
Is he weak?
Yeah, he's weak.
Scoozy, think of it as hero, appreciate it.
By the way.
Nate it up.
I'm one shot. There's two here.
Valves blew up the stallions. Yeah, he did.
Gonna be on the back heady. Close right corner. There's two.
I got you, Nate. One more.
Last guy's on servers. He's capped.
Run.
Got it.
No!
No! They stopped that?
I'm going Nate.
Oh no.
Their middle headies.
What? How did they stop that?
Left on me.
Tycho's the runner, no?
B cut.
One's already right on me, dead.
Priest is B cut.
One's to
No
left on me.
way.
I'm holding mid. Hop on right. Pincher broken. Yeah, I have it.
Stuck B cut. He's B cut. Jumped out on me. 10.
Kenny is not happy right now.
Left side mid.
Kenny is not happy right now.
Joe, Alex, you see one.
Thanks is plotting.
that's
This
not
stream
I have
really
no
is
idea.
life changing for him though. Like no matter what happens. Oh yeah, for sure.
I think this is a good side, in my opinion.
He literally got 1 day
You can score
PR,
on both
bro.
points. On the other side, you can't score A.
And it's literally gonna it's literally gonna last forever.
But the B is like the B that they gotta defend is the easiest one to probably score on between the four.
On drain, dead. Deep
You
front.
need to get that in, bro.
One more close.
You
Nice.
definitely run it up on the side.
And Alec was in the window.
Go.
Back right, and one's left on
And
me.
one side door.
Bro, what?
Mapping up mid.
They're going right.
Mid on me.
Why didn't they fucking score on Dojo?
I'm coming. I got ball down. Nice, good job.
Nice.
Hang on, I'm coming.
Wait, Ernie, where's Paco right now? Do y'all live like in the same
Out.
building?
Paul, one shot. Oh, two bullet, close right.
Y'all don't live in the same building? Yeah.
Paco's in my building, actually.
Back right, go, you're good.
And Ernie's like a 5-minute walk.
B cut. He's going our front broken.
What about a
Broken,
BZ?
Alec.
We all live
Hey, he's in broken.
Go right.
I don't see him. Nice.
Broken dead.
Coming deep right side. Hang on a second.
Wait, but y'all play out of the area in Frisco, right?
Tower, in tower.
Across from the soccer
Front.
stadium.
I'm
Yeah.
nading, I'm nading. I'm nading. I'm reloading.
I'm holding pinch.
Are y'all scrimming tomorrow, Ernie, or is Monday your days off? Off day? Okay.
We're gonna try to challenge here.
I can meet you on the facility if you want.
Alright, we gotta work together now.
The boys up there. The three of you.
Yes. Me and him are
Just
Yeah.
those three. Just the...
I'm getting in there.
I'm not far. I'm not far at all from that.
Late pinch middle.
Like a
No,
5
going
minute
left
drive.
on you, tight. Close tight, weak.
Wow.
It'll be different how
Give me
GTA
room,
is.
give me room.
5-minute drive.
Yeah, 5, 10.
Nade not letting Ken go. Like, there's no way. Yeah, like, you'd be
There goes
surprised.
the runner.
One's hitting the back right now.
There goes the runner.
Kenny Chris's present is literally getting dropped. Yo, for real though, King of Bodies been fucking ripping these kids.
Bottom middle fast. I'll hold
Oh my god, yes, they could actually win.
outer. Push over them.
My gosh, it's going OT.
I sent one outer.
I'm pinching.
Oh my god.
Nice.
There's
No.
Two more. In they're both close.
No, he got pissed on.
One more.
Nice.
Big one right there.
We're gonna have time.
No, they're
Oh,
back.
he's
in.
not
I'm
gonna
gonna
have
bottom
the.
left. I'm gonna bottom
He's
left.
gonna have the rock in overtime.
Wait, it doesn't go extra 30?
No, wait, this is last side. It's a tie. It's live.
Oh, now it's lives. Oh wait, he has a V set. Wait, does he see his minimap?
Yes, he's got to.
Wait.
They see it too?
Wait, do they? Yo, what is this
2v4,
lobby?
2v4.
Help me, he's back.
Yeah, they see it too. They see it too.
Bro, what the fuck? Oh my god, they're gonna score.
They got it. They got it.
Yes!
Fucking go. Why
What
is
just
that fucking
happened?
you?
What just happened?
Wait, we won?
Yeah, that's not my fault. Oh, my mom's like that's not my fault.
Yo, he's like, I'm not fucking.
Yeah, they are host. That shit is their fault. We won. I don't give a fuck. We won.
Yeah.
They won the whole thing.
You blacked out on me, brother. Why didn't you go side door with that ball? Why'd you come to statue to me?
Bro.
He was
Bro, I
left on,
turned
man.
around and I was like,
I can't wait. Did you see when he won that first gunfight on the guy sliding on him?
Yeah, like that guy looks so
Yeah,
unaware.
there's a guy like.
No, that guy knew. He checked the corner. He
Did
just
he?
got-
It looked like he checked it kind of late.
Nah, nah,
Am I tripping? Or am I like?
he actually checked it.
They saw the radar.
Hello?
yo, children, what do you say?
It looked like he just realized he was in that corner.
Why is the radar actually a thing though?
No, he definitely knew, but I swear, I don't know. Like, if he knew, I feel like he would have played it like more pre-fiery, like more of the fucking.
Yeah, fair enough. But the other guy up top, when he traded the kill, he like pre-fired him basically.
Yeah, the other guy wall hacked him.
I just pray fell against fucking things I could spam his unders. Free cash.
Yep. Now he just.
Yeah, he was so funny, bro.
Playing like montage music. Is he like preparing for the future?
Yeah. What the fuck's this? Oh.
Banger. Oh, what he said.
Yep.
It's gotta be a banger.
This is this song.
I'll
That's
be
one of my
back.
favorite song shot he's playing.
Nice they won.
Love this song. Some bad chicks.
Still screaming even though we won.
It's hitting him late. Bro, I feel like that he's got the delayed reactions.
Lagging. He's still on German time right now.
Baby, don't talk. I'm a big man.
What's he picking him up? What's he picking him
Baby,
up?
don't talk. I'm a big man.
How long till this guy's on the team?
I'm so fucking laughing about that. I don't know why I'm.
How long till Mitt's looking for one?
Yeah, bro, it's cause COD fucking Wiki
I'm hearing
crashes my computer, bro. Cause COD fucking Wiki has a hard time loading, so it, like straight up shuts my whole computer down.
What team's he joining?
I was like, bro,
I have rumors. Actually, I don't.
it just breaks my whole PC. Bro, they were stressing me out. They're trying to get that time, Doug. Oh, I know.
He's joining the Stallions. Come on.
No.
got him on the stallion.
No. Aluka, whatever you do, don't go to the Stallions, bro. That's the last place you want to go. Don't go there. Don't go there. If you hear me, don't go there. Literally, someone has to get this guy on the bench. I'm not even kidding. At least someone got to call this guy and get him on the bench. And then you're gonna have motherfuckers on the fucking starting line stressing, dude.
Perk just texted me a CS clip.
He's waiting for the aura. He's waiting for the aura. He's gonna do the champs tweet.
Okay, wait, he's gonna do the fuck champs tweet? I'm there too. I'm there too if he's doing it. Yeah, at least shut the fuck up, you guys are ass. Aluka West. Everyone always has an anime thing, bro. They're all weird. Everyone always does the anime gimmick. No way Tyler fucking Bello is going to dominate challengers again. Like, he always fucking does this, dude. He always fucking does this. It's like he's not good enough to be in the league, but like he's like good enough to like fuck dominate challengers. It's literally so annoying. No, but you know what's even more late, bro? I was laughing in the bathroom about your spamming unders on Tyler Fellow. I was just crying in the bathroom. Shit is so funny. I need to get back so I can spam his unders free cash. Shit was so funny, bro. That shit took me out. Like a Luke and encourage from looking for two.
I got the Luca class on right now on the range.
Listen, bro, I'm almost about to jump out of here, but Ernie, I got one last thing to say to you, bro. Before it's too late, get on the phone and lock in getting the prophecy on your team. That's his nickname.
That's
I'm outta here.
the prophecy.
Ernie, make the call, bro. You need to get him on your squad.
Yo, can someone write me a tweet?
Hope you enjoy your cereal.
Yo, Pat, appreciate you, bro. That was fire, man. That was some good intel.
No,
Good advice.
I enjoyed being on the stream. Like I said,
Yeah,
bro,
Shammy,
whether the
there's-
streams are on or off, like that's not my call. I just
You didn't even know they were live to begin with.
I had no idea. I didn't have the team speak. Chris had to text it to me.
Absolutely.
But I hope, Ernie, you make the right choice. It will be a hard choice, but in the long run, it'll be the right choice. All right, I'm out of here. Brandon, have a good night.
Absolutely, Pat. Have a good one.
Ernie, remember, bro, you will sleep better a couple months from now. This shit, you won't even think about it. All right, I'm out of here. Later, boys. Have a good time. Have a good one, dude.
Bro, the prophecy. Yo, when the flank pulls up, he's gonna be pushing that prop. Like, yo, they should have picked up the prophecy, Tom.
Yeah. The prophecy.
The prophecy,
Sound
bro.
like a parent about to see your kid make a
Bro,
prophecy.
that was
No.
fucking funny. I was on Ken's
The name
side,
of
bro.
Luca
I
is
was
from
like, someone's gotta
Hunter
fucking.
Hunter anyway.
Someone's gotta be his lawyer.
I don't watch anime. The Legacy Savior versus the Prophecy in 2026, bro. Bro, that's stuff that they.
I'm gonna go
I'm
look
about to head
for
out, too.
SD console channels.
That's.
I'll hit you.
Damn, everyone's getting off. Okay, cool. It's literally time to do the after show. That's the stuff that they put in like the Greek. You know, they put in like the Greek scriptures, like the Greek fucking mythology. The prophecy against the legacy savior. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, they're gonna write that in the Call of Duty fucking scriptures. Like, one day. Fuck, Pat is an idiot. Just have to go all in from here. Wait. Got a feeling the flank might be flanked tonight by Melissa Spice.
You did in the P2, I believe, in the last map.
Oh, I actually gotta add this one in. I'm gonna add this one into there. That one's gonna slot right in. Yeah, but yeah, guys, it's time for the flank after show. The flank after show X Borito Talk with special guest nobody. Honestly, just me.
Like,
Wait.
it's not gonna be easy, bro. Like,
Let's actually hear this shit real
look,
quick.
I'm glad Ernie's here, bro. Like, it's not gonna be easy, bro. Like, these conversations are always hard, bro. It is. Brandon had to call last year. There's been plenty of teams that have made the calls in the past. Ken will be fine, bro. Like, Ken is good. Don't worry about Ken. He'll be straight. But what I want you to do is get on the phone tonight. Don't wait, bro. Don't wait, please.
Tonight.
Don't wait, bro. Do yourself a favor. Get on the phone. Whether this kid wins the cup, loses the cup, who cares? Get him on the team, bro. When 2026 hits, Ernie, I want to see this kid side by side with you. I don't care if he can't even call out, bro. Get him on the team.
I want to be careful if he fucking loses whatever English he has right now. If he loses that too, bro.
Yeah, who cares? Literally,
That's
doesn't
an
matter.
idiot,
You
dude.
Teach him in Duolingo is great.
Yo, Clinic, thank you for the 39. By the way, chat, I don't approve of this. I'm not.
And let's
I'm
turn
not
this
approve of
ship
this.
around, bro.
This Pat's fucking
That's all
comedy
I
though.
ask.
Pat doesn't give a fuck.
I
Clinic, thank you for the 39.
a
Appreciate
year
it.
from now, you'll look back, you'll be like, damn, bro, Ken was my friend, but like, fuck, that was a good move. I like Ken. I've said that many a time. Me and Ken have had conversations. He has a GTR. He's asked me about some parts stuff. I like Ken, bro. But this is about your squad and elevating the competition in the game currently. Get this fucking. I don't even know his name, bro. Luka, like.
Luka
I don't know.
Doncic.
Yeah, get him on your fucking squad, bro. It's that simple. Ernie. Don't think about. Don't.
Is Ernie even here? Is Ernie?
Bro, Ernie, don't even ask your teammates.
Is Ernie fake AFK?
Go straight to management. Go straight to management. Get a contract written. What's he under? Omit. Is that his team
I have
song?
no. I have no idea. I don't even know what's happening.
He's on Omit.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
on Omit.
We're
Get
just a-
Rafi on the phone, bro, and just
Yo, Clinic with the
done.
40 gifted. Come on,
That's it.
kid. Come on, Clinic.
That's all I gotta say.
Come on, kid.
I don't gotta see no more. He could go 0-50 the next map. I don't care.
We've seen enough, Pat.
Get him on the team.
But like, I mean, bro, that's you gotta look at it from Ernie's perspective. Like, it's still relatively new into the year. It's a tough situation.
Okay, Brennan, if you go back to December of last year, BO6 just drops.
Yep.
If you were able to see Merc play, would you not pick him up right away?
He's the legacy saver.
Would you not go 0-50 or whatever y'all went? Like,
Yeah.
100% you would have, bro.
I mean, yeah. If I would have saw the legacy saver earlier,
It's just.
I mean, if anything, fucking LAT could just fucking get him on the bench at least, at least something. At least he was on the bench. Fucking Kenny's sweating. He's trying his ass off every game. He's literally trying to make something happen, anything like that. All right. We're going to get into the Flank X Burrito Talk. So yeah, I'm gonna run the intro and I'm gonna hit the record button. Bruh, this shit's gonna be so funny. He shall not assign to the bed. If it's LAT, I'm on that bench. If it's LAT, I'm not saying a Vancouver on the bench. I'm not saying a rocker on the bench. Like either a FaZe on the bench or like an LAT on the bench, like some good shit on the bench. But not like yeah. He is going to, dude, I guaranteed Rafi is already getting texts. I guarantee he's already getting texts. I'm pretty fucking sure of that. I'm gonna see, bro. I'm actually about to text someone. Hold on. I'm actually about to fucking text someone right now. Hold on, before we begin this episode. Yeah, I'm actually about to text about this. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna lock in. We're gonna lock in on today's games. I'm gonna hit the intro. I'm even gonna be like Zuma, okay? Be like Zuma. Let me get prepared. Let me get prepared. All right. Wait, what was my intro again? Hold on. Let me think about my intro again. Okay, I got it. All right. Running the intro in 3, 2, 1. Do 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 doink 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 doink. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of The Flank. I am joined by just me, myself. I am Burrito, the #1 CDL ESPN analyst / content creator in the world, and we're going to break down today's matches. Today is Sunday. Not even doing Saturday, not doing Friday. It's going to be another day. We're fresh off of watching Kenny's future replacement win the Challengers Cup, Omid Brooklyn. We're talking about Aluka West, the 18-year-old German prodigy, or as Aches likes to call him, the prophecy. So we're still talking about that. You might have already talked about it, but thoughts on Kenny, man. If you want thoughts on Kenny, go watch the stream yesterday. It was cinema, as we like to say. Cinema, as we like to say. But we are getting into today's matches. I know everyone's so interested about today's matches, but I'm going to make them interesting. We're going to start off with the Riyadh Falcons against Boston Breach. This ended 3-1 in favor of the Falcons. A 250 to 233 Boston win on exposure hardpoint. A 6-1 Falcons on Scar S&D. A 4-3 Falcons on exposure overload. And a 250 to 233 Falcons on Colossus hardpoint. And what is there to talk about this series? I mean, the biggest takeaway of this series with the Falcons and Boston Breach is Boston completely choked away this series. You could talk about the first map. The first map was pretty back and forth, but Boston should have won that, and they did win it. Scar S&D, very iffy back and forth map, and Falcons look way better than Boston. They won that. Great map, tied 1-1. And it really comes down to map number 3 and map number 4. Boston should have won both these maps. In the end, they end up going to Twitter, as we're going to pull up right here. We got Purge on Twitter saying, "Virgin snaking COD is so unserious." I was going to quote tweet this. I'm not going to lie. I was literally going to quote tweet this. But I was like, you know what? I got bigger fish to fry. They already know they choked. I literally pulled up Nasty's tweet, and they talked about them choking. So I'm like, okay, at least they're aware. So there's no point in me repeating it. But he's talking about Virgin choking. We're going to get into that clip in a second, and how it has absolutely nothing to do with the game. It was just all Boston Breach choking. And yes, snaking is absolutely shameless, by the way. Not condoning it at all, but it's not the reason why you lost the game. I guarantee that Boston won this game and they didn't choke. Probably wouldn't be tweeting about snaking at all. But, like you lose, like you try to get the PR going in your direction. So you start pointing at the snaking. There was even some people who were actually saying, there's also some people on my side, I hope this is an excuse for why you guys lost. You don't deserve me CDL. You're placed in challengers, old man. Call him old man. He's not that old. He's not old at all. But, but there's actually, some people that were actually defending Purge. MC was snaking. That's the reason why they couldn't break, and that's why they lost. But, yeah. I'll go check it out. I like Kenny, but he was bad on Optic after champs. He was mid-rocker, and now he's just, tie by B to hang it up. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty freaking much. But yeah, not the reason why they lost. Even this guy pulls up neg 26, but, who's really talking? I should probably switch to my other screen, not the Burrito Talk screen. I'm switching to the main screen. And so Purge tweeted that. And Nasty, with a much better tweet than Purge's, he said, "Yo, Celium, play the game properly, you weirdo. It's every year with you." I actually like this tweet a lot more. But then he actually tweeted after that, "Through maps 3 and 4 horrendously." And I like that tweet because I was like, thank God he actually acknowledged it. So we're going to get into the snaking, and we're going to get into the chokes of Boston Breach. They definitely should have won this series. But like I tweeted out before, I should have my Twitter open every time because I tweet fucking bangers after every single map. I'm going to pull it up right now. Okay, where is this? So here's my tweet on the Boston Falcons game. Shameful from a Boston perspective because those are the matches you feel you have to win, which they should have. And losing like that is not great, quote unquote, in Respawn. From the Falcons POV, though, that's what the big money players can bring you sometimes. Big plays like from Pred or consistent performances like from Celium that can win you maps. They are doing a better job making Xnid more comfortable. Kismet's also taking the bomb in S&D too. Thank God they finally figured that out. Purge is also a great player, but he's way too inconsistent all the time. And he is. Fucking Salim does not give a fuck. Fools got cooked, snake or not. Yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to go through the whole entire troll of Boston on this map. But first, let's get into this clip of MC. Where the heck did that clip just go? Okay, here's the clip. We're going to get into this. So here's MC explaining himself for snaking.
So he's asking about the snake that you did in the P2, I believe, in the last map. So do you think is it a snake or no? Because we heard a lot of like Boston fans, they say you are snaking in this hard point.
Yeah, well, map 1 they threw a smoke and they were snaking. I think map 2, like map 3. I forgot what map it was, but
No, we are talking about the last map, Classius, the P2 and Classius.
Yeah, I snaked.
So you snaked? Did you snake like a multiple time or just once?
I think it was during the boat hill.
So in your review, do you think it's a snake or that's fine?
It depends on what you call a snake.
It depends on what you call a snake, hey?
It could be not a snake, but it depends.
يقول على حسب الشخص يشوفها سنيك ولا ما هي سنيك.
ممتاز يعني ما فيها سنيك.
Okay. I love MC, okay? I love MC. But you want to know what I don't love? Do you want to know what I don't love? I don't love a liar. And you know, after you guys see this, okay, so we're going to get to like the whole Boston thing and you'll see the snake along the way. Actually, I guess we're going to get into the snake first. We'll get into the snake and then we'll get into the exposure after. So I guess we'll just go through this one because it all ties into this game. So here's where Boston started trolling. They were up 223 to 144 with full rotation 2P2 on Colossus, by the way. So we're going to take a look at their whole troll from P2 all the way until the very end. So they have control. They have a guy in the back. They have Kemi helping. So Kemi even shows up here. He tags the guy, but the third guy comes in. Liddy gets to trade, and they're going to get this guy in the front. So Boston right now have everyone in the back. Everyone in the back, and the last guy is going to spawn right on them. So now they have 4 guys all in the back. They just need 24 seconds to win this game, and it's over. But they don't get the time. They only get 10 seconds here. You could argue, if you want to be nitpicky, Purge was playing a really bad spot there. He was just like right on the left side of the counter, which is a pretty newbie spot to be in, especially at the beginning when, you know, everyone on the Falcons is like right off spawn. They're going to throw nades. And he was just like right there. He was like just right on the heady, right in the open. He dies, but he was trying to be in a position to cover Snoopy, but they both probably should have played back and actually waited for some nades, I feel. But they got broken super duper easily. Look, they went 4 down. And another problem I have with this is number 1 in the back. So like number 1 spawns in the back. He's the only one here. So like Purge gets this kill. He plays his life in the back, rightfully so. So he's waiting for his team to get back in the play. So 8 dies, but then 4 gets a kill. Right when 4 gets his kill, 2 gets his kill, he needs to collapse here. Why is he just hanging out over here? You don't need to block the spawn anymore. You know there's one more guy here. You shot at him. You saw his name tag. You know he's there. Go clear that out. Like, they didn't even clear it out. Like, he literally... Actually, wait, did he see this guy? Yeah. Wait, did you not see this guy? Yeah, okay. So, like, they know X is back here. X did pop the 2-piece. X did just pop the 2-piece, so they know he's back here. And they got the kills. They got Pred. They got MCC. They still know he's around here somewhere. Kismet just got a kill of spawn. Xnit is back here. No one's looking for him. And then Nasty ends up dying. Purge gets the trade, but now they have no control of the hill. And Falcon's able to flood right in the front, and they actually end up breaking this one. And then we're going to see how it plays from here. They just troll every other hill. So it's going into the P3 where MC snaked. And MC said, depending on what you want to call a snake, which is a very bold claim, by the way, depending what you want to call a snake is very interesting words. Very interesting words. We're even going to just like fast forward it right here. Okay, like, so here's MC number 5. He's pulling up right now. So Depending what you call a snake, okay? Keep that in mind. Depending what you call a snake. I don't know about you, but this is a snake. I don't think there's a depend. There's no if, and, or but. This is a snake, okay? And it's multiple times, too. So he throws the trophy. He's pumping. Look, he's snaking. He's pumping. He's pumping. He's snaking. Depending if you call that a snake. Okay. He's going to see the guy right here. He's throwing a pump. He's throwing another pump. Throwing a third pump. And now he slides off. Finally. Goes right back on. He's on it. Still doing some stuff. Probably still snaking. Now the POV's off him. Depending what you call a snake is crazy. But from Boston's POV, Boston saying he's snaking. Probably the reason why we couldn't break P3. Well, let me tell you another reason why you can break P3 and get P4 spawns. Because nobody is taking the initiative to try to pinch and fucking get a flank. If you know he's there, let these two guys do his... Let these two guys keep him distracted. Let these two guys do their thing. Number 1 and number 3 should be focused on trying to flip. It's Purge and Snoopy too. It's your SMGs, the route takers. Let them make a play. Instead, you got Purge. He dies there. Snoopy goes up top to P1, but he drops down and goes security. Snoopy should be the next guy already taking your route, trying to get a pinch, trying to win the spawns. You have a big enough lead to where, like, I talk about this all the time. When you have a big enough lead, this is the time to take routes. You don't want to save the routes to when the game is close, because then you're wasting time. But this early in the game, Falcons, not this early in the game, I mean, it's this late in the game, but like this early into the hill, Falcons is going to be way more focused on trying to get the time. Purge just died P1, so they're thinking, okay, that's a guy off our flank, so we're not going to pay as much attention to it. If Snoopy hits a long route here and flanks and flips the spawns, communicates that to number 1, so number 1 pushes up to P1 and they don't block it, and they start flipping Falcons, they're going to break this hill just off of that, and they're going to get P4 spawns, so they're going to get everything they want. But they played this like idiots. Like they're talking about like snaking, how MC was dominant on this, but take a look what they're doing. Like Snoopy, like Purge, you saw Purge die P1. Snoopy, instead of taking the extra route, like that's something Optic does a lot. Like when Shotzi takes a route, he dies, Hook immediately takes the exact same route or another version of the route, and people just don't expect another person to hit the flank like right away. And look, they're doing exactly what FaZe does, what I see a lot of people do. They fight for the same hill over and over again, and then they got no rotation going into the next hill because they spent all their time fighting for the old hill with no proactivity at all. So now they're fighting this hill from the front. They're panicking. The game's getting closer. Falcons are getting more and more points. They're panicking. They're like, oh my god, we gotta break this now. Xnit calling in streaks. I don't know why, but fuck it. We ball. We got Pred watching pinch. He gets Purge. Boston is tweaking now. They're going 1 by 1. Xnit called that streak for no reason. Shouldn't have even called it. Whatever, but it doesn't even matter. Boston is panicking now. They're flooding this hill over and over again. Now they can't take routes. Now there's no time to take routes. Purge tried again. AG got him again. Xnit pops a 2. You know, he's going to get the last guy on Nasty. And they end up freaking holding this shit because Boston didn't take any proactivity on that P3. They're blaming it on the snakes, but they literally could have just flooded the flank. Those two guys there were doing a great job holding MC and the other person, keeping them occupied. I don't know why they couldn't take extra flanks. Like, that was just a pretty bad play. But yeah, as for MC with like the snaking, I mean, just for those of you who missed it, I mean, like, this is clear as day snaking. There's no depending on what it is. This is snaking to the maximum. This is prime MC coming into the league snaking. Like, this is some shameful snaking right here. This is shameful. Like, take a look at all these pumps. He's literally pumping. Like, he's pumping gas right now. He's pumping gas at the gas station. You know, he's pumping. Yeah, every series should have went to 5 today. I mean, all of them actually did. Actually, I mean, I guess except for the Falcons one, yeah. Except for the Falcons. But Boston should have won map 3 as well. So it definitely should have been a 3-1 and not a 3-2. Like, they definitely should have won both respawns. So, I mean, but the other games did go game 5. So, I mean, yeah, it is exactly what it is. it really is yearly with Cecilium. I want it to stop. Yeah, he needs to stop it. I really want to go back on like the first map and see where Boston was staking, but I mean, without seeing all their POVs, you would just never know. You would have to like hard pay attention like to all like the POVs, but you know, can't really do that. But yeah, okay, so that one is the exposure. So that's the first map Boston choked, and now we're gonna get into this map that they choked. So this right here, it all started right here, and I'm gonna even highlight the mini map. I'm gonna make the mini map bigger so you guys can see this. Pay attention to number 6. Pred is the person who makes the play, and this is what I talked about in my tweet. Superstars make the superstar plays when they have to. That's why we pay the big money for them, even though, you know, who knows what this Falcon team is going to do. But he takes a long route. AG takes a long route around P2. He cuts into P3. He gets the guy to P2 window, hops out the window before number 1 can catch him, doesn't even hesitate, goes right down L. Number 1's literally looking for him, has no idea where he is. Pred breaks, goes in the back, tags that guy. He's going to turn and finish him off. He basically won them that freaking score right there, and he was the reason for that. And now it went into sudden death just off of that cap. And there's a couple things I want to highlight from what Boston did here, which I was very confused about. So you have 2 minutes. There's no more respawns. We're in sudden death. We need to play more like a team. We can't just like die individually without trades. It's not going to work like that. And you have to give Falcons some credit, but at the same time, looked like Boston like did not give him that much credit. So you see Nasty trying to hit like a wide pinch all by himself. MC immediately finds that out. Like they know you're all off spawn and you're going to be spreading. They know you're not all just going to fly through mid. So they're going to check the sides. And then Snoopy here. I thought Snoopy, if he was going to take another wide pinch, it would just be better to cut through P3. You cut through P3, it gives these guys information on what they could do around this area. Instead, Snoopy goes all the way around. He goes all the way in the back, like Falcons didn't just get 4 down and they're already pushed out. He apparently thought Falcons were just going to sit back here. They don't even have the EMP. But he went all the way back there. His team gets 2-pieced. He's nowhere to be found. He's in Narnia. Just absolutely makes no sense. But that all came down to the AG play. AG made a crazy play there, and they won him the game. But Boston severely trolled this map and the next one. Snoopy tries to make a play, but it's all she wrote. Exit got hype after the win. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, Boston trolled map 3 and map 4. That was pretty much the story of that series. And yeah, has nothing to do with the snaking at all. The snaking is just a byproduct to making an excuse for why you lost to a pretty poor team already. As I take a sip of my water there. But kudos to the Falcons because they're looking better in hardpoint. Not saying it's great, but they're looking better. I like the fact they let Kismet take the bomb in S&D, which makes the dynamic way better. Kismet shouldn't be sniping because if Kismet snipes and Exit has to take it, then, you know, you just have a weird dynamic there. They did a good job making Exit feel more comfortable on the map. AG still has a lot of bad habits. I'm not going to lie. Even though, like, they won, AG still got a lot of bad habits. There's a lot of times in hardpoint when he's looking for just, like, 1 kill instead of focusing more on the objective. There's a lot of times he does that. He's, like, too afraid of... It almost feels like he's too afraid of dying sometimes, and he really needs to guarantee a kill sometimes. It's like really annoying to watch sometimes. It sometimes takes him out of the play tremendously with the amount of times he goes like chasing for a kill or playing his life, playing slow. But that is something he needs to work on. But overall, the dynamic is getting better. Kismet's playing good. X is playing good. MC's playing good. AG just needs to find his fix into this team. I mean, he already does have his fix into this team, but he needs to play better, though. He needs to play better. I'm not talking about better as in skill-wise, but better as in more of a team player. We saw some of that against LAT, but not entirely. But yeah, he chases a lot of kills, and it just wastes a lot of time. From the Boston perspective, Purge, I mean, I'm not just pointing out because he had one bad series. This happens a lot with Purge. Like, I'm very high on Purge. I said Purge probably should have been on a better team, but he's not helping the case because there's a lot of times, like, this is the type of stuff that gets you kicked off LAT. Like this, like the Envoy special. This is what got Envoy kicked last year. Like you're a good player, you're a smart player, but you're very inconsistent. Like Purge could go from being a good player to being a bad player next day. And like sometimes it's even within like the series. Within the series, like you'll have a good map. Next map he does bad. Next map he'll do all right. Next map he does bad. Very inconsistent. Like I don't think I've ever seen him have like a just whole map series where he's playing good every map. Don't think I've ever seen it. And definitely something he needs to work on is being more consistent. Definitely something he needs to work on. As we're going to go into the next series, I mean, everyone's favorite series here. Miami Heretics against Cloud9. This was a 3-2 in favor of Miami Heretics. A lot closer than they probably would have liked. A 250 to 154 exposure hardpoint win for Miami. A 6-3 Den Cloud9 S&D win. I thought Cloud9 played that map extremely well. They were in pull control that whole entire map. Overload on Den. Miami won 4-1. Miami was in total control of that map. And I'll even bring up my tweet in a second. Scar Hardpoint. Cloud9 won 250 to 165. And then map number 5, Scar S&D. Miami won 6-3. And not really going to pay attention to the scoreboard much. The only thing I really want to point out, because I wanted to bring this up even during like the week, but I just said, I'm going to just wait. We're going to have 4 weeks off. We're going to have time to talk about it. I'm very confused about Reese. I really am. I'm really confused about Vivid because I think he's an extremely smart player. And I'm still mad that Slasher made him switch to an AR last year. I always thought Vivid was way better off as an SMG. He's such a smart player, and I feel like the SMG, like he actually, like he's very impactful with the SMG. And switch him to the AR, it's like you're still getting the same person, but it's a lot less impactful. And he's just a consistent 0.85 to like 0.95 with an AR. And he'll play the game the right way, but he'll never give you anything special. Like, he'll never be an X factor with the AR. Like, that's where I feel like I'm at with Reese with the AR. And I hope maybe one day he's able to go back to an SMG. But it is just so uninspiring with the AR. And this has been my story about Cloud9. Even before the season started, the SMGs are good. Afro, by far the best player on this team all the time. He's the only one that knows how to get kills sometimes. And Mac is like right there with him to an extent, but sometimes Mac has like some really bad games. But Afros are always Mr. Consistent, constantly getting the kills, constantly making the plays. But Reese and Beans are very uninspiring. Like probably the most uninspiring AR duo I've seen in the leagues like so far this year. And honestly, just in recent memory. So Beans is very slow, but he puts up high damage, which is very confusing. And then Reese never has any takeover games at all. Like, never has any takeover games. He's just like a very even-keeled, average, serviceable AR player. And I'm not sure if that's sustainable if you're trying to, like, win and try to do well. Really needs to, like, find a way to do more to switch back to the SMG, honestly. I just want him to switch back to the SMG. But we're going to pull up my tweet on this Cloud9 series, which no one gave a fuck about because it is both of them playing. But like I said in this tweet, it was a better series than I thought. Good and bad signs from both teams. Short summary. Map number 1, Cloud9 started great. Miami's composure kicked in. C9 got out-rotated and rendered useless in the second half of the game. Map number 2, Den S&D, looks like C9's best S&D map, which I actually think it is. They controlled the whole map. Miami had nothing to play off of. Map number 3, Miami dominated. C9 literally did nothing. A very slow map from them. They had no control, no kills. Miami was very good at doubling and tripling bodies on defensive transitions from Heretics. Wait, hold on. I said that completely wrong. Very good doubling and tripling bodies on defensive transitions from Heretics. Oh my god. Tongue twister. They ran roughshod in their spawn and they did nothing about it. Couldn't get organized at all. The mode is mostly about kills and their team as a whole struggles to get those kills. Map number 4, Cloud9 kept the lead. Miami would fight back and repeat. Cloud9 dominated the P3s, which proved to be a big factor. Then last P4 helped them pull away. Miami needed to work on that map hard over the break. Map number 5, Scar D, very repetitive. Just comes down to who wins or who scams and hesitates less. Cloud9 gave some crucial late rounds away. Miami made a couple bold plays, got the win. I could barely read. Holy cow. It's actually insane. It's actually incredible how much I could barely read. But yeah, I'm going to get into some clips from this Miami series. Actually, I have way more clips than I thought from this Miami series, which is crazy. So this first one, Cloud9 played the first half of this hard point very good. But then the second they got to 154 points and Miami was at 144, Cloud9 didn't get a single point after this. They literally had a single point. And it was just a span of like 2 hills and like some change on the P1. But as we watched this hill, Miami pretty much held all of P4, all of P5. Cloud9 didn't touch a single second. And this goes back to what I always say. If you can't get one hill, you got to get the next. But you should never put yourself in a position to lose 2 hills in a row. If you're getting out rotated and the other team has spawns, just kind of like make sure you don't lose the spawns that you have. And don't fight for the back spawn and get flipped. So Miami had full control of this. They got kills. They pushed out. Started spawning Cloud9 in the back. And they got control of mid and just flipped Cloud9 like a bunch of noobs. Like super duper quick. Next thing you know, Cloud9's in the back. Fighting out a P4 for P5. Number 3 keeping some pressure on. I forgot what number 4 is doing. I think he's calling it a streak or he's napping. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, he's calling it a streak. And he actually gets like a kill in here or 2. Yeah, so he actually gets 2 kills in the P4, which is great. And then Miami pretty much holds all this hill. Cloud9 doesn't even touch it. So they basically just got like treated like a bunch of like pub kids for like these next 2 hills. And I guess we'll just like fast forward this because it's them trying to break, but they don't break. And then going into the P1 transition, Miami beat them again. Cloud9 didn't get a single point for like 2 minutes of hard point. For like over 2 minutes of hard point, they didn't get a single point. Miami just chained 3 hills on them and won the game, which is, I mean, that's just super tippable. But from Cloud9's perspective, you play the whole first half great, and then you fail to do anything on the second half. The second you realize Miami has that P4, you should just hold mid. But instead, they kept trying to push out the back, and then they just got flipped because of it. So that was a great thing for Miami. And I'm going to pull up this Overload Den, just this small clip from Overload Den. This right here pretty much summarized the whole map, and I'll even blow it up right now. I'll even blow it up. So pretty much summarized the map. Okay, I actually have the volume on this. L production from me. So you see number 3 pushing up the map right here. Look at the control that Miami has in the back spawn from Cloud9. Doesn't even matter what Afro is doing. Take a look at number 3 right now. They're in the back right now. Number 5 is looking for them. They're just dominating the back of the spawn. They're taking the overload. Number 7 chasing after him, chasing fucking ghosts. And then, you know, like they're going to get number 7 right here. And someone want to point out, take a look how useless Beans was this whole time. So you got 3 in the back. They're frying. They got the overload point. Beans' main priority should be to get these guys out of the spawn. That should be his main priority. And start spawning them on their side. You don't want unknown variables in your back spawn causing chaos, whatever. Your team's never going to be able to fully reset and have control when you have guys in the back. But he thinks he's being proactive here, wraps around mid. So you're going to see he's wrapping around mid, but the whole time Miami is in the spawn, just spawn trapping the other guys, just slaying the other guys. And Beans is over here thinking he's taking a nice little pinch, but they literally chain another overload point off of this because Beans didn't just rotate back and play for kills in the back. Instead, he decided to wrap and do nothing. Miami just had control of the spawn the whole time. That pretty much summarized that whole map right there. Just full control the whole time. Cloud9 couldn't get any kills. I think Afro was the only guy getting kills on that map, to be honest. Everyone else was pretty much uninspiring. Reese had a not so good of a game. We could even like pull up the ending score from this game if we can. That's the first half. So Vivid went 4-14 that first half. Just absolutely getting tucked that first half. And then we look at the end of the game. Oh, the end scoreboard. Even better. Not really good for like all of them at 25, 26, 20 kills, but I mean, like you could not even tell. They had no control on the map at all. It was just pretty much a lot of solo kills, and every time they would get the overload EMP, it would just be solo runs. I think there was like one time where they had like a team effort to try to score, and it didn't really work. But otherwise, they didn't even have enough control because Miami was in their spawn, constantly getting kills. So Cloud9 would be trying to sneak one guy to a point, and it would not work at all. And then we're going to get into the clip I have of this Cloud9 map number 4. And this pretty much highlights the point where Cloud9 actually took over this game. And it's Afro right here on the P5 rotation. Gets a big kill. Top broken. You're going to see him get another kill. Basically wins the rotation for his team. As you can see, this P5 spawn is a very sticky spawn. Like, you really need to be in the back to actually flip the spawn. But something I want to commend Cloud9 for is they held this hill from quote-unquote the bad side, and they're able to get a lot of time from this P1 and from the P5 and the P1 after, which I thought was like very typical, like the fact that they held this from the bad side, and Miami was not really able to break the whole time. You can even see Mac right there in mid, like they got the one pincher, they're able to read the one guy spawning out, which I thought was great. You see Mac there. Why is my thing getting blurry? Which is crazy. My thing's just getting blurry. But yeah, they're just able to hold us from the backside, and then they flip them like finally, and they're able to read this, but they still hold the hill. And you're gonna see like Miami splits here, but take a look at Cloud9. Like, they get the kills. You could argue Miami may have overextended. Miami probably could have just like played kills off of P5 and secured P1 and like held some time on it, made Cloud9 push them, but they kind of forced the issue, kind of trolled. So then Cloud9 kind of just walked all over them, and they held P1. And look at the swing. So if you take a look at like the time here, what Cloud9 was at the beginning of this P5, they were at 74. So 74, take a look at the end of the P1 now. They went from 74 all the way to 151, which is like very good time, and Miami barely went up any time. Gave them a 60-point gap. Miami held this P2, but the story of this game was Cloud9 on the P3s, and you're going to see, this is the last thing I'm going to show from this map, is a great P3 hold from Cloud9. Take a look at how spread they are. They're spread. They know they have Miami here, but one guy from Miami is going to spawn out after. But you're going to see as this plays out. So number 7 is going to get the P5 spawn originally, but they pretty much hold this the whole time. They read the pinchers. You have number 7, so you're going to see 8 spawn out right here, and immediately the whole team turns around, and they just hold this hill the whole time. And then number 7 goes on a repinch, which is pretty much the reason why they're able to hold this. Great repinch to keep the pressure off. The other guys just held the heady, and they held this whole time. And they had plane control. Miami could never get to it, and they held a lot of time. Look at the time they juiced off of this. They got them to 200. And the P4s were pretty back and forth, but Cloud9 actually broke on this P4, and that was pretty much a game after that. They got close enough to the win. Way too big of a lead. And yeah, that was pretty much that map right there. Those pretty much like the highlights from that map. Not going to break that map down super duper entirely. That's great terminology for me. But then the one thing I want to show from the map number 5 is this was like the dagger right here, is the Ninja Defuse from Miami. I'm not sure what everyone thinks about whether or not Cloud9 should have checked it. I mean, it is kind of hindsight, because a lot of the times on Scars and D, a lot of teams are very slow when it comes to retaking like this bomb. So I don't really blame Cloud9 for not checking it as fast as they did, but it is a common rule in S&D where like you kind of do always have to check. Like, you just have to be sure. Like, no one's ever going to get mad at you or blame you if you're dying checking the bomb. You know, you always have to check the bomb. It's just like an insurance policy. Always got to make sure they don't defuse. So you're going to see Cloud9 right here. Like, they get the bomb down. Everyone else is like pretty far away. Even Bean's throwing some shots there, which honestly makes it pretty obvious that you're planning when he's just spam throwing some shots like that. And then you're going to see Miami right here. They said, we're not even going to look for them. Like, they're looking. They're like, that's 4 guys we got to clear. I'm going to sneak right onto it. And they're just ninja defusing. And Cloud9 looks so scared. They're not doing anything to check this. And Miami gets the ninja defuse. And this was like the dagger to the round. This is a dagger to the game, because they got that ninja defuse and then they're able to close it out. and Cloud9 probably kicking themselves from that because that was a very big round. Who knows if they would have won it anyway. But if they checked it, they probably would have won that because, you know, Miami would have to, like, retake in 40 seconds. But, yeah, great plays out of Miami. All came down to composure and less hesitancy. So that's pretty much the Miami Cloud9 series. My voice already hurts. Holy cow. Now I know how they're able to do on the flank. They got, like, 5 different people going back and forth. Holy cow. Talking by yourself is literally, you know, as I take a sip from my water right here real quick. And hi, I like just saw your thing. To be honest, he just crouched a few times. Bro, he did not just crouch a few times. If you saw the snaking from his POV, like, it looks like he's just crouching, but if you see that from another person's POV, it's snaking. Yeah, it's really hard. But yeah, last series of the day, Toronto Koi against FaZe Vegas. This finished with another FaZe Vegas special. The Luck of Vegas, a 3-2, a sort of Neslo special, a half Neslo special. It finished a 250 to 231 hardpoint win for Koi on exposure in map number 1. 6-5 Dennis and D win for Vegas in the second map. Exposure overload finished Koi 5, Vegas 4. Colossus, Vegas blew him out of the water 250 to 72. And then map number 5, Scarce and D, our favorite map number 5. Not my favorite at all. I actually hate the map now. It's pretty boring. Finish Vegas 6-4. And, you know, not really much to say except Christopher Lear once again doing what he always does. Hard carried the team in every single category. And it's not really a hard carry, but he's always the person performing in every single series. He's literally going to be on track for a season MVP if he keeps playing like this and Vegas actually wins something, because he's performing in every single series. Like, he is the win condition. If he's not playing good, they're not going to win. That's pretty much how it goes. I don't see anyone actually carrying him at all this season. Maybe it happens. Hopefully it does happen. I don't really count it against the bad teams, because against the bad teams, I mean, like, some people just, like, let their foot off the pedal, and, you know, that's when, like, the other person could start performing. But against the good teams, if he's not playing good, they're just never going to win. And the question I want to pose to Vegas, granted, they did win Colossus hardpoint, so, you know, they did get a hardpoint under the belt. But, I mean, if we're being honest, though, Colossus is not going to be there after stage 1. That map's going to be gone. That's going to be the first map gone if I had to predict. And from some of the things I'm hearing, that map is going to be gone. So it's nice that they're good at it now, but it's not going to be there forever. It's pretty bad for Hardpoint and pretty bad for S&D, and it's not really exciting to watch. So it's definitely going to be the first map gone. But they absolutely blew Koi out of the water on that map. I was actually surprised. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to go the other way. But I only have 2 talking points for this series. Not really going to go through, like, a lot of these maps. Like FaZe clutched up in the S&D, a very icy round 11 from them, very composed S&D from them. I hate how they made freaking Simp take the bomb again, absolutely ridiculous. Koi were the better team on that exposure hardpoint. The thing about FaZe Vegas is they're showing some slight improvements, but it's almost like freaking ChatGPT. Exactly, ChatGPT. If any of you guys have ChatGPT, like, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Thing with ChatGPT is you can make it do something really good, but in turn for that, it does something really bad. And FaZe, it looks like they're fixing some things, but then other things are, like, still getting worse or still bad. Like, Draws' pace in this series was way better than previous series. He clearly found, like, the pace upgrade, which is great. But in turn for that, like, FaZe still can't hold hills. There's still battle rotation. Like, the hill holding from FaZe is actually getting quite criminal at this point. A team of this caliber needs to be able to hold hills. Like, really and truly needs to be able to hold hills. And obviously their pacing is off. We're going to get more into that during the week. We're going to do some more in-depth analysis on FaZe during the week. But there's still a lot of things they need to work on their hardpoint. Their hardpoint is not good at all. It was their first hardpoint win of the year. They played 3 matches, but, you know, they got 3-0'd by Thieves, so that's 1. They had 2 in the second series, and now they had 2 in this series. So they're 1-5 in hardpoint so far, and it's not really looking good because Colossus is not really like a good meter because you could play like a rocker on that map and you probably lose, you know. That map's very iffy. It's a very day-to-day map. It's not as consistent as the other maps when it comes to the better team is going to win. But the question I want to pose for FaZe is, it's almost like last year, and do they think it's sustainable to just win series based off S&D? And it's good that they're winning the series because you do need the points on the board. They're great for the major. You want to be in the winner's bracket. The points are great. But I would still be upset with how they won. You know, you can't depend on S&Ds all the time. The exposure, even though it was a 5-4, like Koi was in pole position that whole entire game. They basically controlled it the whole time. FaZe Vegas were able to crawl back a bit, but then Koi came back because they were like the better team on that map. The exposure, I mean, honestly, if you watch that exposure, FaZe probably would have thought they probably could have won, but then they just scammed. And Joe had a crazy break on a P1. He just absolutely giga-chatted 2 guys. But yeah, their hard point, very inconsistent, but they all are depending on their S&D. But the reason why I don't want people to depend on S&D is because it's just not sustainable. It's a nice mode to be good at, obviously. You want to be good at S&D. But S&D is not a mode that you're going to consistently win all the time. You're going to run into other good S&D teams. It's very round to round. You could choke rounds, and next thing you know, you're down. It's a very iffy mode. Like, it's good to be good at the mode, but you can't depend to win on it all the time because there's anomaly S&Ds all the time. Like, Scar S&D, you could lose that map anytime. That's not a map where, like, the better team's going to win all the time. Scar S&D is very day-to-day, match-to-match. You know, very team-to-team, player-to-player. Very iffy map. So that map could go either way at any given moment. And same thing with FaZe's best map at the moment, which is like the Den S&D. Went to 6-5. You know, you could very easily lose that map. And, you know, next thing you know, you're getting 3-0'd. You know, if you just lose that one map. You gotta learn. Like, FaZe needs to get better at their game ones especially. Like, you need to get better at hardpoint. Hardpoint is super important. It's been a problem for the past half a decade. Needs to get better. You brought pieces in order to make the hardpoint get better. I like that Abuza acknowledged it in the post-game interview, saying we really need to get better at hardpoint. We're still trying to figure things out. Very honest, very well-spoken interview. Said everything pretty much that I was thinking. You know, the S&D is good. It's nice to be good at S&D. Their overload is good enough to compete and to win games, but their hard point is very dramatic right now. Like, if they were good at hard point, teams would fucking fear to play them because, like, they're good at S&D, they're good enough at overload, and if they're good at hard point, it's like most teams would be like, what map do I win? You know? Like, if you're playing FaZe, like, FaZe needs to learn to, like, win a game 1, like, get the game 1 down. Got to get back to that aura of, oh, we're playing FaZe, like, we already lost map 1, we got to go to map 2. Like, they got to get on that wave again. It's going to take some time, especially since other people better than them. 0-4 and Abuza don't really have, like, the fear factor to them, but you got to make people fear. You got to start getting some wins on your belt, getting better, and people will start going like, okay, whatever. So I'm going to get into my 2 examples, or like my 2 things to watch. I mean, like, the second one is really just Colossus. But I just want to highlight this one good play from Koi on overload. So they're down 4-3 right now. But take a look at the composure and the control out of Koi and how they're able to score right here. I thought this was absolute class out of them. Because, like, a lot of teams were probably panicked. They were not panicked. They were very calm the whole entire time. And take a look at this. So I want to highlight this. So something Koi likes to do on exposure overload, which is like the way you want to play it. They like to dominate mid. When you dominate mid on overload exposure, you could do whatever you want. Like, mid control dictates everything, whatever direction you go in, especially when you get control of mid and then you get one guy to get aggressive going forward. You could straight control the whole map with just straight vertical control on the map. So you're going to see right now they're just controlling mid. Jodeci is holding an angle in P3, not doing too much. playing it safe, just holding the angle. You see number 7 watching the cut, and number 8's in the back. So you're going to see number 8. He's helping in the cut, but he's also going to watch the flank. They pretty much have all control of mid. They're being patient. They're waiting to get kills. So you see number 6 saying, I'm going to go push the right. He actually does say it. He gets a crazy kill. If he loses that, probably goes another way. But they played it very patient. Because, you know, you could even wonder right here why number 6 isn't grabbing the EMP. But they basically just said, we're not grabbing the EMP until we get some kills. We have control. We're going to wait till we get some kills first. So Real goes and gets a kill. And look what happens the second Real gets a kill. Number 7 grabs the EMP. And they go on the side where he got the kill. And they're going to run this shit. Like, right away they run that. And that was just an easy cap to get right back in the game. All that from just playing patient, being in mid, and someone like to work a pick. So I thought that was great play out of them. And then obviously, you know, the game plays on. Like, they get some kills and they just fucking flood B and they win the game. So just wanted to highlight that play. I thought that play was great. And then, I mean, I guess I could just yap while we go over this Colossus. So right now, Koi's at 25. FaZe at 25, and they pretty much just like run the score up on them. And Koi has like no answers at all. I keep want to say like Atlanta FaZe all the time. FaZe Vegas in complete control this whole Colossus. I might have to like break down this map like during the week, but everyone was just pacey. They won every rotation, or they didn't win every rotation, but they would win rotations. If they didn't, they would break. I don't know what happened to Koi on this map. Like, I'm going to have to like truly like dissect it during the week, because it just looked like they. I don't know if they broke down, but I don't know how you break down, especially after like a good map number 3. I don't even know how like they broke down, but they could not get anything going. They had no answers for FaZe on this map at all. They didn't even get to 100 points, especially on this map where it's like the map is so small, and it's very easy to get like a lot of good holds, and Koi just did not do that. So they basically just got their pockets ran like the whole entire time. So that was pretty much that whole entire map. You know, they pretty much got ran the whole time. I mean, we're just gonna like watch this as like they're running through it. But that's pretty much like the Sunday matches, and the CDL is not going to be back on until January 11th, I believe. It's either January 9th or January 11th. Let me pull up the map. We have a 27-day break. 27-day break, which is crazy. Okay, it actually is on the 9th. January 9th is when the league returns. 27 days to think about everything. We're going to have challenges in between then. And let me tell you, the schedule coming back is not great. But yeah, the notes for FaZe Vegas have to work on the hard point. Really have to work on the hard point. The hard point is so important, bro. Hard point is so important. It sets the tone for the series too, especially if you're also a good S&D team. That's an easy 2-0, you know. And if you're good enough at Overload, you know, it's great. Optics hardpoint looks pretty mid right now, so if FaZe come out in their first match against them after the break and still lose map 1 to this version Optics HP, then it'll be very worrying. But you also have to take into account Optics also going to be also working on their hardpoint and everything as well. So, you know, everyone is also getting better. It's not just FaZe only getting better. Every team's going to get better. So the first match is back after 26 days. Riyadh Falcons against G2 Minnesota. Whoever's in charge of that, I don't know what to tell you. And then Miami, Carolina Ravens. It's only a 2-match Friday. I forgot. It's only a 2-match Friday. Falcons against G2, Miami against Carolina. Absolute horde of a Friday, by the way. But, I mean, like, we're still going to watch the games anyway. But then Saturday, the first match of Saturday, Optic Texas against FaZe Vegas to kick off a nice Saturday morning. Vancouver against Boston Breach. Paris against Cloud9. Kind of a blowout. And then G2 Minnesota. Carolina kicks off Sunday. Vancouver against Optic. Absolute DoorDash. And then Toronto KOI against LA Thieves to close off the first weekend back after 27 days. So those are the matches for the weekend. I mean, doing predictions 27 days early, I mean, who knows, bro? We might be seeing some scrims or some intel. But I mean, for the matches on Friday, I mean, have to go Miami there. Probably pick Minnesota. I'll pick Minnesota, and I'll pick Miami. The thing about the Minnesota and the Falcons game, the thing that's interesting about it is it's a battle of who wants to be like the top team of the bottom four, because the bottom four is pretty much confirmed. It's Vancouver Surge, it's Carolina, it's Cloud9, and I've been teetering back and forth between G2 and Falcons for who's going to be like that last bottom four team. And they are playing each other, and that's pretty much going to decide who's going to be that bottom four team. So it's up to them to decide who wants to be in the top 8 and who wants to be in the bottom 4. So that's actually a pretty important match, actually, like now that I actually think about it and talk about it. So that's going to be an interesting match back. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode of the Walmart Flank, the Burrito Talk edition, the CDL Sunday after show. The Flank couldn't be with you because Zuma's power ran out, so like the big bad Burrito had to take over and give you guys somewhat of a show. But the Flank will be live sometime this week. They're going to be doing a show, so it is what it is. We're going to have a lot to talk about. There's going to be a lot of episodes to it's going to be a lot of episodes of Burrito Talk to do. We're going to have some guests on. We're going to be talking. The challengers cups are going to keep continuing, I believe. I don't think they're going to do one on like the Christmas weekend, but they're probably going to do one next weekend if I had to assume. So we'll be watching like the Challengers Cup. We'll be doing a lot of content, especially around LA Thieves and Kenny and Optic spreadsheets. We got a whole month off. So follow the Flank on Twitter. Follow Burrito on Twitter. Follow Burrito Talk Podcast on Spotify and on YouTube. And I mean, that's all. That's all from the Burrito Talk. And that's all from the Flank. The Walmart Flank, my bad. I'm not associated. I'm not affiliated. That's it for the Walmart Flank. This has been your host with the most, Burrito. Bada boom, bada bye. We'll see you next time. Let me run the outro again. Doink, 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 the doink, doink. Doink, 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 the doink, doink. Doink, 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 the doink, doink, doink. God, that outro is so funny. I'm not gonna lie. That outro is so funny. My voice fucking hurts. I'm not gonna lie. Who's on right now, bro? Ain't nobody on. Literally everyone's off Call of Duty. Call of Duty is just over like today. Like that was it for Call of Duty. The only guy on is S&D Dylan.
Suck a dick.
And the first thing I hear is suck a dick. Awesome.
I'd be riding a dick, not sucking, but.
And they're talking about riding too. Nice. We are riding and we are sucking right now. Okay. Bro, can we talk how dead the Call of Duty scene is without competitive? Like without competitive Call of Duty, there is nothing interesting going on. Like competitive COD like carries Call of Duty.
Oh shit.
There is like nothing else happening besides competitive COD. Like it's the only good thing. It's the only good fucking thing happening like in Call of Duty. It's actually incredible. But yeah. I think Aluka's actually live still. Fucking Aluka's still live? What the hell is he doing?
W Hoffa, thank you for that.
Type shit.
I'm gonna rate someone, boys. I'm gonna go off though.
Alright, yeah. He's about to
I'm
get
gonna
off
rate
too.
Dylan, so
Okay,
you
guys,
have
I'm also about to
something good
get off
watch.
too. It's a
Thank you for
week
everything,
now.
boys. Sorry for not
It
playing
is Sunday.
anything, but I'm
I
so
gotta go to
tired,
bed,
like,
but
my
first I
voice
gotta
is
go
all
make
fucking
dinner
gone.
first. So I appreciate you guys for
Nah,
tuning
buddy, I'm
in.
not forgetting
Thank you
anything,
guys
bro.
for
I'm not
tuning
forgetting
in to this
anybody was with
episode
me,
of the
like,
Burrito
I'm not
Talk,
like
the
that, bro.
Walmart Flank.
I'm
Thanks for
very,
tuning into the streams as
very
always,
honest,
yapping along with me.
good guy,
And we'll
bro.
be back for
Sometimes
more
I
this
be
week.
stupid, I know,
Not
but,
gonna be
like,
live tomorrow.
I ain't
Going on a
forgetting,
date
like, you know what I
night.
mean? I ain't forgetting where I'm from. I
Tuesday.
ain't forgetting the kitchen I was playing all day, and you know what I
Let me
mean?
see about Tuesday.
Even
I gotta make some
you know what I
YouTube
mean?
videos, and I'm gonna be grinding.
I'm thankful
Thing
for that
is,
type shit.
I'm going for Prestige Master. I'm trying to get Prestige Master before like the games come back on, so I'm gonna be grinding
Alright,
that
Dylan,
shit
boys,
a
thank you
lot.
for
So
everything. Wait, song. It's time
Just play it by
revealed.
ear.
Careful what you wish
Follow
for.
me
Like,
on Twitter. Join the Discord. You know,
time revealed. Be
you'll
careful
hear
what
from
you
me. You'll
wish
hear
for.
from me.
Like,
You'll hear from me on when I'm gonna be live. But I
Thank you,
appreciate you
boys.
guys
Thank
for
you for
tuning in.
everything. Like, thank you
Have
for
a good
everything that
work
you- for every
week.
sub, for,
And
watching
I'm gonna
the dash,
upload this so
watching
you
this,
guys could hear it on
everything.
Spotify in the morning. Yeah. And
Oder
I'll be
Philipp,
recording
nerv mal
another
nicht,
episode
Arme,
of
ich muss
Burrito
schlafen
Talk
gehen,
for
Bruder, ich
the
bin
other
müde,
games
ja.
this weekend. I'll probably do
13
that
Stunden
on
hab ich gezockt,
Tuesday
Bruder, geschrien,
and
ne.
upload that for Wednesday
Ich weiß,
morning.
Bruder, dass
So
es geil wäre und ich weiß, dass ich es gerne machen würde, aber
take
Bruder,
care. This has
Tod
been
nicht,
the
Bruder.
#1 CDL
Rag,
ESPN
would you be
analyst
happy if I drink
Burrito,
bleach?
and we will talk again after a while. Bye bye.